Hey Embers, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video from me. So in today's video we're going to be looking at my favourite video games released in 2001. It's a big one. This is kind of part of a series, so the first video I did was my favourite games released between 1990 and 1995. The second video was my favourite games released between 96 and 99. The third video was 2000 and here we are in 2001. Before we get started, UK release date only, PAL release date here. I have looked on IMDb as well as sourcing it for myself. So this is a big one. This is the biggest list we've had so far, I think. 2002 is the biggest. Wait till we get to 2002. But this, to me, 2001, 2002, is the peak era of video gaming and it hasn't been beat for me yet, I'll say that. So let's get straight on. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone came out in 2001. Hopefully we will hit that target this year of every single Harry Potter game on every single platform. But this is the Harry Potter game that started it all, so I had to put it on this list. The PlayStation 2 version is better if you can get your hands on it. The PlayStation 1 version is cheaper and easier to get, but it has less content, so that's up to your discretion. The next game on this list is, and it's quite pertinent, Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. Have I played Baldur's Gate 3 yet? Have a heck, and I'm fuming about it, and I really want to, and I've been seeing everything about it. I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it this year, I promise that. But Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, absolutely love it. One of my favourite games of all time. Like, most of these will be PlayStation 2, I'm just going to say that right now. But couch co-op. I've said this before, I'll say it again, I'm having a rant. I miss couch co-op so much. Yes, games are coming out that are couch co-op, but they are few and far between. Where are my old PlayStation 2 couch co-op? The way they did it, that's what I want. I love it. But absolutely love the Baldur's Gate franchise and I will get to the new one very soon. Next up, we have the first Animal Crossing game released in 2001. Nobutsu no Mori, I believe it is. I'm starting to question myself if that was the short film now. But Animal Crossing, Animal Forest, a lot of issues when it comes to the start of the fandom with how you place things. But for the purposes of this, I believe it first came out on the GameCube. I'm not sure. My earlier Animal Crossing knowledge is not great, but I had to include it on this list because one of my favourite games is Wild World, which we'll probably discuss as we get there. And so without the original Animal Crossing, we wouldn't get New Leaf, Wild World, New Horizons, City Folk. So, I mean, of course you wouldn't have Amiibo Festival either. Perhaps it shouldn't be on this list. But no, seriously, I love the Animal Crossing franchise. I've never actually played the first Animal Crossing game, so it shouldn't really be in a favourites list for me, but I had to include it because it's the start of one of my favourite fandoms and franchises. Next up, PlayStation 2, couch co-op, Gauntlet Dark Legacy was released in 2001. I absolutely love that game. We've spoke about Gauntlet a few times here on this channel, and I would like to play more Gauntlet games. I've only played two, which is Gauntlet Dark Legacy and Gauntlet Legends. They're pretty much exactly the same game, so I've only played one. I would love to play more Gauntlet, and hopefully I will in the future. So one of my favourite games of all time is coming up now. Shadow Hearts. I have spoken about Shadow Hearts so many times on this channel. PlayStation 2 again, released in 2001. I'm getting pumped talking about Shadow Hearts. I love Shadow Hearts. If you didn't know, I've spoken about it so many times. I love this game to death. Not enough people know about it. Not enough people talk about it. I'm going to talk about it. Absolutely love Shadow Hearts. And if you are a PlayStation 2 RPG fan, JRPG fan, play Shadow Hearts, please, because I love it so much. I really, really do. So next up, I told you this is quite a hefty list, so apologies for how long this is going to run, is actually a handheld game. Can you believe it? Lady Seer for the Game Boy Advance. I haven't really talked about this game a lot on this channel at all. I really, really like Lady Seer, and I am surprised I still have my original copy at how much that game is going for now. It's not Rule of Rose by any stretch, but it's going for a fair bit. And Lady Seer is, how do I describe it? So it's your sort of, I would say, typical Game Boy Advance sort of action game. You play as a princess and something's going to happen, a cataclysmic event, as it often does, and you have to fight your way to gain artifacts and to save everybody, basically. But it's a brilliant game, it really is. And for the time that it came out, obviously 2001, it holds up very, very well. The Game Boy Advance system doesn't often hold up very well with different games, depending on what you're playing, of course. But I think Lady Sia holds up really, really well. And I would love a reboot of Lady Sia. Where are you? Let's have a remaster or a reboot. I'm here for it. And we get to the final game on my list. Is it PlayStation 2? Yes. Have I spoke about it before? Yes. Heroes of Might and Magic: Quest for the Dragonbone Staff. Now, much like when we spoke about Escape from Monkey Island for the Monkey Island franchise, Quest for the Dragonbone Staff isn't really a Heroes of Might and Magic game. So, in terms of the Might and Magic franchise, most people would put this right down at the bottom of the list, to be honest. But it was my first game and I absolutely love it. So I found out as an adult that it is a sort of remaster to the game King's Bounty. And what's really interesting about Quest for the Dragonbone Staff is it sits right in the middle of being a Heroes game and a King's Bounty game. Because much like the Harvest Moon franchise, you have Harvest Moon and Story of Seasons, Heroes of Might and Magic and King's Bounty went off their sort of separate ways. I'm explaining this very, very loosely, but you can still buy King's Bounty games and you can still buy Might and Magic games. They are kind of their own separate thing now. And Quest for the Dragonbone Staff is one that combines them both, technically. So I hope that makes sense, but I absolutely love Quest for the Dragonbone Staff. The reason this one holds such a special place as well is, I hope they don't mind me mentioning their name, there was a YouTuber here called Reclusive Gamers. I think his channel is still active, but he's not posting anymore, unfortunately. He did gameplay videos for Quest for the Dragonbone Staff, as well as other things like Dark Cloud. I loved his Dark Cloud playthrough. And as part of that, we were doing challenges, and I was involved in making some of the challenges for him, which I actually utilise in my own gameplay now. So I would love to do my own videos, because Reclusive Gamers basically filmed some of my challenges for his own Let's Plays. But I haven't played my own challenges here on YouTube, so I would absolutely love to do that. That is all of my favourite video games of 2001. I am looking to the side, because I do obviously have it written down here. A long, long video, like I say, in terms of these videos. So if you would like to check out previous to 2001 of the videos that I've done, then please do that. What is your favourite game or games of 2001? I just think 2001 was an amazing, amazing time for video gaming. I really do. The next video will be 2002, and we've got a lot to talk about. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye Embers.